Hello, hello, all of you beautiful nerds from around the world. Welcome to the morning stream here on the Den of Nerds Live, the very best way to start your nerdy day. On today's show, we are going to be going over recent reports. Marvel and Sony bosses sat down, did a thing with the Hollywood Reporter. Looks like we're all good, fam, but we got to break that down, talk about what it means. It's a very big deal. Could explain Mr. Feige's silence with regards to the Tom Holland Spider-Man deal. That's going to be really interesting. I also want to talk about reports that Isaiah Bradley will be introduced over on the Falcon and the Winter Soldier show. If you don't know who Isaiah Bradley is, no worries. That's literally why we exist. That's why we exist. The Den of Nerds is here to inform you. We will help you out. We've also got some new toys in the studio. I want to show you guys some cool stuff. And we're going to go into the theater a little bit later. We're going to watch some YouTube videos about the Clone Wars. Clone Wars coming out, 7th season. Clone Wars Saved comes out tomorrow. Very excited. It's going to be a good show. I'm excited. Are you excited? Chet, turn it up. Turn up the music. What is going on, everybody? I see you in here. I see Jareth. I see Grey Dawn. I see Eric, Hector, Barbaric. More Excel sheets for the super chat. Let's go to Excel sheet town. Mark Fryer, Garlic, Renee, Wavy Dave, Topic, Wu-Tang, Russell, Kylo, Rob, James, Heaton, Chris Ford, James. What's going on, everybody? How are you doing? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Dancing and aggressively combing my hair to this music. That sounds awesome, Hector. Star Wars Santa in the building. Hi-oh! What's up, Ricky? What's up, David? How we all feeling, man? Getting it started in the morning, baby! Uh-oh. Chet's dancing over there. You can't see him because he's real ugly, but damn, Chet's got some moves. Ow! I'm feeling it today, ladies and gentlemen. I'm feeling it today. Yes, the little cup is still here. Maverick said he was going to get me a bigger mug, but he didn't do it yet, so we're still on the left. By the way, are you guys seeing this frame rate? Does that look silky smooth or what? Does that look silky smooth? That's 60 frames a second right there, ladies and gentlemen. We got some upgrades to the studio. We got some upgrades to the show, and we're not even close to being done. There's so much cool stuff coming to this show. I am so excited. And you guys, you early adapters of the greatest, most entertaining show on the internet, happy to have you guys here. Very happy to have you here. All right, Chet. That's enough. Oh, let's calm it down a little bit there. Calm it down a little bit there. Let's can we get something a little more chill going on, Chet? You're killing me, bro. You're killing me. Let's get something a little more chill going on. Okay, look, guys. I want to know in chat, how hyped are you guys for Clone Wars? How hyped are you guys for Clone Wars? I'm very excited. You know, I was thinking about this the other day. You know, obviously with Rise of Skywalker, you know, people had varied opinions. You know, your mileage may vary when it comes to the Rise of Skywalker. Do you know what I'm saying? So, I get it. It was a rough time. It was a weird time. It was a weird time for me personally. You know what I mean? It was really tough, right? I was trying to be positive about Star Wars. They were driving me crazy. The fans were driving me crazy. Everybody's driving me crazy. But I'm sure you're probably of the same mind as me that we miss that time period, right? We miss it when I remember, man, watching Mandalorian each week, doing the videos, hanging out with you guys, talking about it. It was so much fun. That lead up late last year to Star Wars. Whoa! What the hell was that? Somebody just subscribed and joined the Nerd Vengers? Okay. I don't know what that's about. That must be new. I remember, man, it was so cool. Getting really excited. So this Clone Wars coming back is a little bit of that. It's a little bit of that flavor coming back to us. I might wake up at like 3 a.m. and watch the show and do a really early review like I did for Mando a couple times, man. Because I'm that excited. So it's gonna be a really good time. I'm excited. I see some excitement. Danny Orange says, I think I never actually finished the other seasons of Clone Wars. Well, you know what? Don't you even worry about it, Danny, because we're going to go into the theater later, and we're going to watch like a top 10 best moments of Clone Wars in the theater. We're going to get all cozy in the Den of Nerds theater, and we're going to get you caught up so that you can enjoy the new season. Uh-oh, are we glitching a little bit? Look, there could be some things going on where, look, there's actually way more upgrades that we're going to be doing to this show, and trust me, we're gonna get there. This thing is gonna be silky smooth. So I apologize if it's not silky smooth for everybody right now, but we're gonna get there, baby. We're gonna get there. Look, it's all good, Drummond Company. It's all good. But you know what, guys? I want to talk to you about a little something. This is pretty interesting. The topic we've been discussing at length on the show. We've also been discussing it in different videos. It's a big freaking deal. Might just be the craziest news of the day. Chet! Where's the stinger? Are you serious, bro? It's the craziest news of the day. Yo, this news is crazy. Wow. Chet. Yeah. Do me a favor. Stand up. Stand up. Yeah. You see the door? Do you see the door? Get out of here. Bye. Thanks. Have a good day, Chet. I'll see you tomorrow. But nope, it's okay. I got it from here. I know. No, I know. 3 strikes. No, I know. 1 strike for you. Get your ugly face out of the studio. Get out of here. Okay. Bye. Thanks. Okay. We'll take it from here. Don't worry, guys. We're going to be okay. Okay, as you can see, the craziest news of the day. Spider-Man and MCU's Sony bosses are hopeful that another deal is on the horizon. Now, this article is coming from The Playlist, but this actually all comes from The Hollywood Reporter. There was a little like sit down kind of video thing where they had all of these different executives from Hollywood and all that come out. It was kind of interesting, but the main point, the main takeaway for it is that we might be okay. We might be all good here, fam. Okay, so I'm going to read right from the article here, and then we'll speculate about what it means. Let's see here. After Spider-Man Far From Home was released, the original deal between between the studios was fulfilled, and it appeared, for a month at least, that Sony was going to work on its own Spider-Man films without Marvel Studios' help. Alas, the deal was struck, and Spider-Man will continue his MCU appearances for at least the near future. And in a new THR roundtable discussion, 2 executives from Sony and Disney, Tom Rothman and Alan Horn, respectively, talk about the negotiations last year and how the future might pan out for the 2 studios and Marvel's most popular hero. I don't know if you guys knew that. Spider-Man is Marvel's most popular hero. For sure. The fan base, which is important to all of us, seemed to really respond to what Tom and the Spider-Man crew had done before, said Disney's Alan Horn, and they like it. They like the fact that the MCU and Kevin Feige were involved. And we heard feedback out there that suggested joining forces once again was probably a good idea. Of course, the deal that was made is reportedly only good for 2 films, 1 more Spider-Man sequel and a future MCU film that can feature the character. That means that fans are still anxiously awaiting news as to whether or not Sony and Marvel can strike a new deal that extends a bit longer and promises Spidey in the MCU. For Sony boss Tom Rothman, he's hopeful a new deal can be struck, but he warns that people need to take heed about worrying about the negotiations. I hope so, said Rothman. I think this was classic win-win-win. I think it was a win for Sony. I think it was a win for Disney. I think it was a win for fans and moviegoers. The only thing I would say about that is the news cycles and the rhythm of negotiations don't necessarily overlap. I think we could have gotten there, and then now this won't go further, so I can't read it. Damn it, where's Chet when you need him? You know what I mean? Chet, what? Chet. I shouldn't have fired him. Shouldn't have sent him home. Let's see. See if I can actually get this stupid thing to work here. Refresh it. Still a little bit of buggage. All right, let's get. Oh wow! And so it goes all the way down. Awesome. Yeah, we're gonna do a new thing on the show, folks, where I have a rage meter, and little things like this are going to uptick the rage meter. And if we get the rage meter up to 5 bars, I'm going to fucking explode on stream. It'll probably be entertaining for you. Maybe not so good for the channel. Okay, so let's go back to this. There's news cycles and the rhythm of the negotiations don't necessarily overlap. I think we would have gotten there, and the news got ahead of some things. Okay, so that's basically DOS report coming in. Rothman and Alan Horn talking about the deal. Now, let's get back into the chatting screen. Let's get back in here and chat. So, what does this mean exactly? Well, when they call it a win-win-win, I think that's the truest thing that you could say. When Amy Pascal originally talked about this deal, and I think it was actually in that same cringy article or that same cringy interview where Kevin Feige was all like, this bitch saying that shit, this fucking bitch saying that shit. Yeah, that same article. She talked about how this was an incredible once-in-a-lifetime sort of deal, and it was a deal where studios literally sort of laid down their arms, so to speak, you know, their weapons, and literally did what was right and best for the fans. They actually did what was best for the fans for once. Now, what this means to me is that the studios are likely looking to sign another long-term contract. And really and truly, I think it's dependent on a couple of different things here. There's still negotiations that are taking place. But when Rothman says that, I really do believe the reason he's saying that is because Sony got a super bad look the last time all of this news came out. I remember talking to you guys about it. It was like, it was no bueno. It was no bueno. You know what I mean? Like, it just looked really bad for Sony, and it wasn't necessarily all Sony's fault. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't necessarily all Sony's fault, but they looked really bad. It looked bad for them. So I like that he came out and said that. But overall, man, when you look at the behavior of these two studios, I think this could possibly explain why Kevin Feige has been sort of quiet about this. I think this could be why Sony is making all these really, really bold moves. You know, they just did this Instagram thing. They made the Flash Thompson Instagram account. You know what I mean? Flash Thompson Instagram account. Interesting stuff. Could it be that there is actually another deal already on the table? Because we just found out yesterday, or we reported about yesterday, that there were major changes that happened to the MCU in October of last year. I think that's fallout from the Spider-Man situation. I really do. And I think Feige and them are going to be much more guarded and sort of quiet about this. And if Sony can elevate and really do good movies, then I see no reason why they can't play well together. I still don't think you'll see the villains come over from Sony into the MCU. But I think it's possible that Kevin Feige will continue to create characters that will be brought over into the Sony Marvel universe. If he creates Kraven the Hunter and gets to play with Kraven the Hunter, I think that would be huge. But the big X factor here, guys, the big X factor, I think, is Kraven the Hunter. I think Feige really wants Kraven the Hunter, or rather Norman Osborn. What am I thinking? Norman Osborn. I think it's really all about Norman Osborn. If Sony agrees, like, and we've seen this happen before, right? Where like Fox and Marvel made a deal about Ego, the Living Planet, and Negasonic Teenage Warhead. Negasonic? I don't know. Megasonic Teenage Warhead. They made a deal. They exchanged stuff. Literally, papers were signed, contracts were written up. They exchanged those things. I think really and truly what Feige wants And if he got this, he would play super nice. Is he wants Norman Osborn, and he wants control of Norman Osborn. Control of Norman Osborn. That would be a tough pill for Sony to swallow, but here's my thinking on this. We've already had Norman Osborn as the classic Green Goblin Spider-Man villain several times already. Many times, actually, like in the movies for sure, but in comics, in animated stuff, a lot of Norman Osborn, right? What if the Sony thinks that's a little stale? They really seem to be going in the Sinister Six direction. Would they be willing to forego complete creative control of Norman Osborn? Because if they give them that character to Marvel, but there's something written in the contracts about how Sony and Marvel will continue to play nice and work together with that character, I think that would be really cool. I think that would be a huge benefit to both studios. And so this is yet again another sign, folks, another sign that Sony and Marvel are working together, figuring this out. I saw a little bit of chat about how we had a glitch. What happened? What happened in the glitch, guys? Can you let me know in chat? Because I'm just trying to figure this out. All Gray's stream? What happened? Can you refresh it? Trust me, we're working on these issues, but I just need to know what's going on. The Gray Order attacked the channel? Ooh, hope not. Is the stream down? Okay, so I'm seeing here we've got a rough stream health. But everything should be good. Huh. Let me know what's going on. Make cuts. Chet's got to go. Chet might have to go. You look like scrambled porn. Awesome. We just upped the budget by another 500,000. So now it's a $2 million per episode show. $2 million per episode show. And we're getting all glitchy and fuzzy and all that shit. Don't worry, we're figuring this shit out. Me and Chet yesterday working like madmen. To try to get this thing figured out, and we will get this figured out. Okay, next up, guys, I want to talk to you about Isaiah Bradley. You let me... No, Chet's gone for the day. They're saying Chet needs to be fired, I think, Maverick, is what they're saying. That's what I think. Okay, next up, let me know in chat. 2 mil, I know, 2 mil. Look, we got a really nice setup here. Green headphones look black now. Getting dusted. Yeah, look, we got a really, really nice setup here with some financial support. But, when we get to Q&A later, I'm going to need a few super chats, guys. Dude, 2 million. We're majorly in debt running this show. You know what I mean? I was very convincing in the pitch meeting. We've got a lot of budget, but we're tearing through it. We're going to need at least a little bit of income, so we're going to need some super chats. Also, folks, if you have not subscribed, subscribe to the channel, and some cool stuff's going to happen. Cool little effects and all that. Oh, boy. Yeah, what is going on? I see it all grayed out and all that. It really shouldn't be doing that. That's super weird. I have no idea. No idea why it's doing that. It's like Minecraft, Josh. No! We just upped the budget. How is this possible? I actually do know. I know what some of the internet issues are, and we should be fixing those very, very soon. I do apologize, folks. I apologize. Okay, let's talk about Isaiah Bradley. You guys let me know in chat. Do you know who Isaiah Bradley is? Do you know? This is actually really interesting. I'm going to read right from an MCU Cosmic article here, and then we will discuss what all of this means, okay? One of the hidden truths in the Marvel Cinematic Universe is that Steve Rogers wasn't America's first attempt at creating a super soldier. This was revealed in a 7-issue miniseries from 2003 titled Truth, Red, White, and Black, where it's revealed that America forcibly tested the serum on involuntary soldiers. One of them was Isaiah Bradley. Oh boy. Oh boy, that grayed out stream. I have no idea why it's doing that. But we will fix it. Is it back? Is it back? Oh man, I really don't understand. We'll get in there. We'll fix it. I apologize. Okay, so Isaiah Bradley, a very interesting character. This dude, let me read a little bit more from here. It says, according to our sources, the series will be about Falcon initially refusing to take up the mantle of Captain America, but ultimately changing his mind after discovering the secret history of the super soldier serum and the program by encountering Bradley, who is actually the original Captain America. While we can't say there's 100% certainty that Lumley is definitively playing Bradley, we know that character is a part of the show. So this casting would make a lot of sense. That's coming from Slash Films. And Carl Lumley has apparently joined the cast of Falcon and Das Winter Soldier. So, what's the deal with Bradley? Why is this so cool? Well, Isaiah Bradley, you know, I've heard different things. I've heard, for instance, that he will be the first Captain America in the series and in the MCU, that they will do these experiments that had happened before Captain America, but that's actually not true in the comics. So in the comics, here's what happens, okay? In the comic books, after Steve Rogers becomes Cap and the super soldier serum works on him, right? That doctor is killed, obviously, there, right? We've seen it. We've seen it all on in the Captain America movie. So after he was killed, they couldn't replicate the super soldier serum, but they were still trying. And so there were these experiments done after Steve Rogers, right? And this was during World War II, maybe after Steve goes in the ice. I'm not 100% on that. And what they do is they take a bunch of African-American soldiers and they experiment on them all, trying to recreate the super soldier serum. And a ton of them die. A ton of them die. And the dealio here is that this is really supposed to represent or be sort of an allegory for the Tuskegee experiments. Does anybody in chat know what the Tuskegee experiments were? But Barack Rahman says, as Minister Howard says, it just works. I've had zero issues with the stream so far, so not sure what's going on with the gray or scrambled reports. I think what's going on, without getting totally off track, is that I think what's going on is the stream itself is so high that for certain people that are watching, depending on what their internet is, it's getting throttled. Just a little bit of technical stuff that we had to, we'll have to work out. Yeah. So I see some people saying, yeah. Some people say yes, no. This is really interesting, actually. This is a real thing. That the Tuskegee experiments, depending on what literature you read about it, the Tuskegee experiments are... It's painted in a different light depending on what you read. But basically what it was is it was a clinical study where they experimented on a bunch of African Americans with syphilis. Now, depending on which report you read, depending on which version of it, they basically were, it was completely unethical. And they gave a bunch of black Americans syphilis. And, like, didn't even tell them and just, like, observed. Okay? Again, depending on what read-ups and reports you read about the Tuskegee experiments, they're either, like kind of bad or, like, the absolute fucking worst examples of what human beings can do to each other. So... this is all based on the Tuskegee experiments. This was something that happened in the Marvels. There was the Red, White, and Black book, but there was also a great comic that came out, I think it was in the early 2000s, called The Crew. And The Crew was sort of talked about this too, a version of the Tuskegee experiments. So Isaiah Bradley, is one of these dudes that in the Marvel Comics became Captain America. He was like a black Captain America. And he has like issues from the experiments and stuff like that, but he actually passes on his like modified super soldier genes throughout, the generations. And eventually we get to a character that's called Patriot. Now, Patriot is a character that is a part of the Young Avengers. You've seen him. He's like the black Captain America looking dude in the Young Avengers. Now, what's really interesting about this whole situation here is that we just got some very interesting tidbits about Falcon and the Winter Soldier. And by the way, doing a full breakdown, big video later that previews some of the Disney Plus stuff, okay? Definitely gonna get into all that on the main channel, so you're gonna want to check that out. But the big deal here is it's really looking like Sam Wilson is going to walk away from being Cap. That due to pressure from the government, pressure from Everett Ross, all these different things, that he is going to say, okay, you guys win. I'm not going to be Cap, okay? I'm not going to be Cap. I shouldn't be Cap. But then when he meets Isaiah Bradley and he learns about these super soldier serums and these experiments, he's going to come back. Okay, he's going to come back. He's going to be, okay, I should be Captain America. And that's going to sort of be a catalyst for the show. I think it's going to be really interesting. I know people get weirded out when race and racial issues come up in these sort of things, okay? I totally get that. But I think the way it's going to be handled here is going to be very, very good. I do. So I'm looking forward to that, okay? I think that's going to be super, super dope. I'm trying to see here if we should even go into the theater. I know we're having some stream issues, and I do apologize. We'll right this wrong. I promise you. I promise you. Look, no one is more pissed off about this than I am. Especially, look, we're gonna get it fixed. We're gonna get it fixed. That's all I'm gonna say before I rage the fuck out. Let's go into the theater though, and let's try. I guess let's try to watch. Oh my God, it's a Bernie Sanders ad. Holy shit. Let's go into the theater. These Bernie Sanders ads are becoming memeable. You know what I mean? With him asking for support. This is a Watch Mojo video with talking all about the Clone Wars. We're gonna give this a shot. We're going to give this a shot. I know some people are probably not having issues at all. Some people are having horrible issues. I would suggest maybe in your settings, trying to take the quality down a little bit, maybe. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Got to be honest. But damn. You let me know in chat. Is it getting any better? Is it horrible? You let me know. I hope you're all doing well today. Trinity in the building. I want to rent Bernie Sanders. Yo, I like Bernie. You know what I mean? But I'm not gonna lie to you. It's so fun to me to make Bernie jokes. Like we were playing Monopoly the other day, and just like everything that happened with like taxation or like spreading the money out or like when you have to give players money and stuff. We're always it's Bernie Sanders. Oh, you're being Bernie Sanders. I think it's totally hilarious. Exit out and let me know the live stream. Go back and it'll work. So that's how I fixed it. Okay, so you might have to do something like that, guys. Again, we're totally gonna figure this out. I promise you. Oh, and by the way, this is also kind of an experiment to see how this stuff works, man. We did the Top 5 Tuesday, and by the way, I'm gonna do another cut of the Top 5 Tuesday thing because I realized people on the main channel are like, hey, we voted for this Top 5 Tuesday. Where the hell's the Top 5 Tuesday? So we're going to do another cut of that, put it out because it sucks that they didn't get to see it because it got literally obliterated. Like, when Kylo Ren is like, I want every gun we have to fire on that man. That's what the copyright people did to our video on Tuesday. That thing got blasted into oblivion. So that was horrible. Okay. Anyway, let's see if we get blasted into oblivion about this. Look, watchmojo.com. Listen to me. Are you listening? Watch Mojo. This is fair use. I'm going to watch your video and I'm going to comment about it. This is definition fair use. If you fuckers copyright strike this, I will make a video about how you copyright strike this and that you're a bunch of bitches. Can we play nice, Watch Mojo? Can we play nice, Watch Mojo? And Disney, don't even get me started on it, Disney. You fucks. You better not. Is the mouse going to cut off this? Let's see. This might be an early goodbye. Might be an early goodbye, guys. All right, let's watch this video together. Everybody, get your seat. Get your seats in the theater. Can everybody please take a seat? Can you please take a seat, guys? Please? Please? Okay. Thank you. All right, here we go.
Proved that a galaxy far, far away could work very well on TV. Welcome to
How's the audio?
And today we're counting down
Let
our
me know.
picks for the top 10 moments from Star Wars: The Clone Wars.
Live for the living Jedi. We must. Live through us. Forever they
How's the audio?
Before we begin, we publish new content every day. So
Watch
be sure
Mojo wants us to
our
subscribe,
channel and
guys.
Ring the bell to get notified about our latest video.
God, I hate when YouTubers do that. You know what I mean? When they're all like, "Hey, can you please hit the like button?" You know, can you guys hit the like button and subscribe? I hate it when we do that. When they do that, we never do that. We never do that.
For this list,
Movie
we're
time.
choosing from the original 5 seasons of the animated series that made its debut on the Cartoon Network in 2008, as well as the 6th season called Lost Missions that was released
Lost
through
Missions was
Netflix.
dope.
Given the nature of the topic, you shouldn't have to be a Force wielder to realize there will be spoilers ahead.
Ah, man. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. There's going to be spoilers. If you guys were planning on running through all 6 seasons of Clone Wars before it comes out tonight at 3 a.m. or whatever, you might want to leave the stream right now because with spoilers.
Yes, my friend. All right, I am.
Number 10, General Krell versus Clone Troopers.
Ooh, good choice.
Being relieved of duty.
During the Clone Wars, Clone Troopers are extremely loyal soldiers, and their Jedi generals are
What? Are we still up? Did they strike us already? Ryan got me worried with the freaking emotes there. What? Okay,
beyond
anyway, let's
reproach.
keep going.
However, this is a rare exception to that rule. In a 4-episode arc,
a
Jedi Master
4-episode
Pong
arc.
Krell temporarily assumes command of the 501st Legion during the Battle of Umbara. From the start, Krell's dislike of and disrespect for his troops is clear, but they feel it necessary to follow his orders.
He sent us to these coordinates to stop the enemy. We thought they were wearing armor.
However, when the clones discover he ordered them to fire on each other, they confront
He ordered them to fire on each other.
him
Spoilers.
and discover he's embraced the dark side of the Force.
He's
They're
embraced
left
the
with
dark
no
side.
choice but to kill him.
You'll have to do the right thing.
Oh, snap.
Number 9.
Homeboy got blasted. Okay, real quick, I want to talk about that. That arc was amazing. It was really, really cool. There's a lot of cool fan theories about that arc as well, about how that was an experiment for Order 66 and all this stuff. By the way, also, they didn't show this very well, but Pong Krell's sabers are the exact sabers that Rey or Darkseid Rey or Darth Bay used in the sequence in Rise of Skywalker. So Pong Krell had those. Yeah, that was a really cool arc. I would agree. Watch Mojo. Well done.
Anakin sees the future.
No. Stop it.
Anakin
When
seeing the
Anakin,
future.
Obi-Wan,
Uh-oh.
and Ahsoka find themselves stranded on Mortis for a multi-episode story arc, they encounter
Oh my God, the Mortis arc. If y'all haven't seen the Mortis arc in Clone Wars, keep watching the stream.
the son, representing the dark side of the Force, the daughter, representing the light, and the father, which keeps balance.
I have a gift for you.
In what was supposed to be a final encounter, the son shows Anakin what his future holds,
The son
including Padme's
shows.
fate, the Emperor turning him to the dark side, and Darth Vader. This sets Anakin on the path to change his future, and not even Obi-Wan can convince him to do otherwise.
I have seen that it is the Jedi who will stand in the way of peace.
Eventually, the father
shite.
takes the vision away, but for a moment, Anakin did have knowledge of his own destiny.
Takes the vision
And
away, but he had
the
knowledge
will
of his
to
vision. Isn't
change
that
it.
wild?
What you have seen must be forgotten.
Mortis is 9, yeah.
Number 8.
I mean, look, the Mortis arc is amazing, but it is kind of like out of left field, and it's like one of those things where like George called up Dave and was like, yeah, you know, I'd really enjoy it if you did the Mortis arc, and I think that'd be great. Just do a little more Mortis arc. I'm trying to do my best Josh Thompson impression of George's impression. But yeah, it was one of those things where they just kind of threw it in there. There was a lot of stuff in Clone Wars, and this is why I say, and I'll be like hung by Star Wars fans for this, this is why I say Rebels is a way better show. Rebels is way more put together as a show. Clone Wars had a lot of like,
Darth Maul
it's just kind of out of
returns.
place.
My legs.
In a move that endured beyond this series, all the way to Star Wars Rebels, the Clone Wars
Yeah.
brought fan-favorite prequel baddie
Darth
Darth
Maul.
Maul back from what everyone
Guess who's
thought
back,
was the
back,
dead.
back again.
All
Darth
it takes
Maul's
is
back,
his brother
back,
Savage
back.
Opress finding
Tell
him in a
friend,
galactic junkyard, and a bit of
guess
Force
who's
magic
back,
from Mother
guess
Talzin
who's
to
back,
make his
guess who's
rebirth
back,
possible.
guess
But the
who's
result
back,
is the
guess who's
return of a
back,
tough,
guess who's
conflicted
back.
Dark Force user into the Star Wars universe.
I was apprenticed to the most powerful being in the galaxy once.
Ooh,
As
I
one
love
might
that. I was the
expect from
apprentice
a
to the most
reborn
powerful
Sith Lord,
being in the
Maul
galaxy. Pretty cool.
returns wanting revenge on Obi-Wan Kenobi, and with plans for
Down
power.
in front with the
this
singing.
case, by building a vast criminal.
All good, Lucas. Welcome, man. Take your seat in the theater, Lucas.
Number 7.
I think Ryan's got
Attack
extra
on
popcorn you
Dathomir.
can have.
Surprised.
Okay, that one was really cool. Obviously, Maul coming back was a big freaking deal. By the way, you know how that happened? Again, George. Like, and this, by the way, in 2017, I think it was, at Star Wars Celebration, I watched a crazy cool panel, and I've got a lot of, like, videos and stuff still of it, where they basically explained that, like, George literally just comes in one day and says, we're bringing Darth Maul back. And I don't know how. I don't know how it's going to work, but I'm sure you're going to figure it out, and I'm sure we're going to sell a bunch of Darth Maul toys. That's basically what happened. And then Dave Filoni's like, Jesus, bro, how am I going to figure that out? How can I bring Darth Maul back? And then they did. They figured it out, and it was really cool.
Hardly.
The Clone Wars introduced us to Force wielders who are neither Jedi nor Sith. One such group is the Night Sisters of Dathomir.
Night
Count
Sisters.
Dooku is ordered to kill Asajj Ventress. His former apprentice escapes by returning home to the sisters, and is
Yeah.
welcomed back by their leader, Mother Talzin.
I knew
Talzin.
you'd return.
Dooku then orders General Grievous and his droid troops to attack them. To help Ventress and the sisters defend their home, Mother Talzin and Old Daka use the dark side of the Force to wake the
Whoa.
dead to fight alongside them and harm
Whoa.
Dooku from light years away. That is, until Grievous catches up with them and breaks
Whoa.
the spell. Number 6.
Okay, yeah, really, really cool stuff, man. That is not the Night Sister stuff is such a cool part of the Force and the lore, because they really were more like witches, right? Using the Force like that. And by the way, there's really interesting stuff in the Dark Horse comic books. There was a couple Dark Horse comic books that were still considered canon, where they finish up that story with Dooku, Grievous, and Mother Talzin. There's a really interesting part where Talzin possesses Dooku, I believe, and then Dooku fights Grievous and stuff. It's really crazy. But yeah, Talzin and Palpatine have some kind of a history. Talzin and Palpatine know each other a little bit. I'm sure she taught Palpatine some stuff. I say this all the time, but Palpatine is like, he was so powerful and knowledgeable within the Force. You know what I mean? Very awesome stuff. So it was cool to see that brought over.
Top 5s and Order 66.
In
Oh, whoa.
2016, Donald
Oh,
Trump
hey,
promised
what's
to
that?
slash the national
What's going on? What's that?
Today, it is
Who's that? Who's
risen
that?
Why are you doing this?
Order 66, the secret
Order
command for the
66.
clones to
Yo,
kill
her
the
hair.
Jedi
How about that
generals,
hair, though?
seems to work
Pretty wild.
fine in Revenge of the
Bam,
Sith.
blasting.
However,
In the
The
face.
whole plan was almost exposed during the Clone Wars when the Order activated early in Clone Trooper Tup, causing him to
Look at this guy.
involuntarily assassinate a Jedi.
The way he was like jerking around there on the table, it seemed like a
As the
Raylo.
cloners on Kamino tried desperately to cover up what happened.
Wait, what? Are we good? Are we good? Oh, Bloomberg ads. Okay, that's what everybody's freaking
ARC
out.
Trooper 5s is determined to get to the bottom of it.
There's a little
and clear
delay,
his
if you didn't
friend's
notice,
name. And
for
he
the chat.
almost does, except that he makes the mistake of trusting Chancellor Palpatine, meaning that
Ooh.
the secret of Order 66 dies with him.
Bam!
Number 5.
That was a really cool arc. Like, they figured out one of the clones, like, his Order 66 thing happens early. And everyone's like, what the hell? What in God's name? What? Why is this clone killing Jedi? We better go to the Chancellor. We better get Palpatine's help with this one. Bad idea.
Darth Sidious
But yeah, it
versus
was really
Darth
cool.
Maul and Savage Opress.
Yo,
Obsessed
this shit
with
was hype.
revenge on Obi-Wan Kenobi and his newfound position as ruler of Mandalore. Darth Maul forgets
ruler
that
of
the
Mandalore?
real evil power in the galaxy is
Yo,
still
so the reason that okay, well, let's
his
see what
former
Watch
master,
Mojo
Darth
says.
Sidious. The future Emperor, however, doesn't forget Maul, so when he sees his former apprentice staging a Sith insurgency, he drops
Let's
his
see what they
political
say.
guise and decides to take care of the situation personally and permanently.
Prepare my ship.
What follows?
Yeah, he literally is like finding out about this, and he's literally like, "I'm gonna take just give me a couple minutes here." He takes a single ship. It just goes himself. Guys, they are literally becoming a threat so big that it's gonna mess up Palpatine's plans, and so he has to come and handle business.
Is an
and
epic
this
Force,
fight,
lightsaber, and
ridiculous.
darksaber battle that leaves Maul's brother and apprentice Savage Opress dead, and Maul begging for
kills
his life.
Savage
Excluding
Opress,
dream
and
sequences,
he leaves
this is
Maul
the only
alive.
time we get to see Sidious in action during the series, and it is awesome.
That is not the only time we get to see Sidious in action. In this. Watch Mojo, you're God.
And you.
He fights Yoda in the last season. Come on, guys. Come on.
Number 4, Duchess Satine is murdered by Darth
Ooh,
Maul.
Duchess Satine gets fridged.
Jedi are forbidden from having personal attachments. But in the Clone Wars, we learn that Anakin isn't the only one who's been in love.
Homeboy
Obi-Wan
definitely had
and
two
Duchess
sabers.
Satine of Mandalore were once together.
He was ready to
Satine
go.
had already featured prominently in other story arcs, but here, Darth Maul uses her as bait to bring Kenobi to him.
Here to do more of your master's bidding?
After Obi-Wan rescues Satine from prison, and their escape is foiled, the two are brought before Maul, who levitates, force chokes, then stabs the Duchess through the heart with his darksaber. After
Ooh,
she
Duchess
dies in Obi-Wan's
dead.
arms, he is clearly devastated, but maintains
dies
his
in
calm
his
Jedi
arms.
ways.
I've loved you always.
He would have left
Number
the Jedi
3,
Order for
the
her,
death
by the way.
of Steel.
Yeah, that was sad. But fuck that. Mortis should have been number 4. Put that shit earlier.
This finishes a multi-episode story arc.
Yeah,
It
this
sees
saw
Jedi covertly
Guerrera.
training insurgents to fight battle droids and retake their planet of Onderon. The moment in question comes out of nowhere, just as things seem to be wrapping up and the mission seems to be succeeding.
Steela will be a powerful spirit in their lives.
While Anakin and Obi-Wan remark that it will clearly have an effect on Ahsoka, who was responsible for training Steela's group and was trying to save her from falling off a cliff while using the Force. The most significant repercussions for the Star Wars universe could be how Steela's death affects her brother Saw Gerrera, who we see again as a major part of the movie
How
Rogue One.
is this
You were
number
already
3?
the best soldier in my cadre.
I was 16.
I was protecting you.
Number 2, Yoda
Wow, I gotta tell you. You know, we talked about Waking Bacon the other day. You know what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong. I'm a fan of bacon, but I'm not a big fan of Waking Bacon. And I think that whoever put together this top 10 here, they're Waking Bakers. You know what I mean? Like, they're Waking Bakers, and I don't think it's sativa. You know what I mean? They're blazing some hybrids over there. I gotta tell you.
sees the future of the Jedi.
Come to Dagobah. The answers you seek are here.
Yoda goes to Dagobah after the voice of the late Qui-Gon Jinn tells him to. We get a beautifully animated look at the Jedi Master's future home in exile, before he enters the same cave he will show to Luke
This arc
decades
was really
later.
cool, though.
This task, for me alone, it is.
I tell
Inside,
people they gotta watch
the dark
this,
side
for sure.
envelops Yoda and shows him visions of Order 66, Mace Windu's encounter with Force Lightning, and the Emperor recruiting an apprentice. It isn't detailed enough to know just who's doing the killing and recruiting, but we now know that Yoda saw the death of most of the Jedi.
Yeah, what's
a few
crazy is
years
Yoda
before
sees
it
the death
actually
of
happened.
most of the Jedi.
Before we unveil our number 1 pick, here are some honorable mentions.
They're just gonna copy strike me now. Bring it
There's
on.
absolutely nothing to stop us from doing this.
Clovis.
Look, Papa John's.
Clovis, no.
Oh shit! Did you guys know that Clovis is
Get away from her.
Get away from her. This guy's Papa John. Look at that. Look, it's Papa John. They put Papa John from Papa John's Pizza into the Clone Wars. And they made him put his tongue down Padme's throat. As if Papa hasn't suffered enough. That's how he was kissing her. That's how I kiss, by the way. Oh, snap. Papa getting killed. Yoda on Moraband. Isn't that like the same fucking arc that...
You are already.
Number 1. Ahsoka leaves the Jedi
Okay, here we
Order.
go.
I'm
This
sorry,
is actually a good one.
But I'm not coming back.
She's not coming
Ahsoka
back.
Tano was an integral and well-loved part of the Clone Wars since the beginning of the series, making her exit at the end of Season 5 all the more poignant.
Yeah,
It
this
comes
was
at
a
the
really
end of
cool arc.
multi-episode story arc that sees her framed for an explosion at the Jedi Temple.
She's
on the run,
framed.
expelled from the Jedi Order,
And then she
put
realizes
on
what
trial.
douchebags the Jedi are.
Not guilty, Master.
When she's finally exonerated and invited back, she can't overlook her former colleagues'
douchebags.
previous lack of faith.
Ahsoka, you are making a mistake.
When Anakin begs her to stay in an emotional and visually stunning scene, she leaves. But
Yeah, this
only
is a good
after
scene.
revealing that she has an idea of the dark path he's headed down.
More than you realize, I understand wanting to walk away from the Order.
Yeah.
I know.
Do you
That was cool. All right, Watch Mojo. You didn't do too bad. You did all right. Don't copy strike me, fuckers. Okay, let's get out of the theater. Let's get out of here. Let's get out. Let's get back into the thing. Let's get back to chatting. Let's get back. By the way, if you guys haven't subscribed, if you do subscribe, cool stuff. Cool stuff will happen and will pop on up. I also want to let everybody know that we did put a couple of cool things up there. If you do a super chat, which by the way, it's time to get into Q&A. Let's put the cool Q&A graphic up. Can we handle that? Oh my god, I shouldn't have let Chet go this morning. Okay, so check this out. Now, I'm not sure where to put this. I'm trying to find the best spot for this. Right about there seems pretty good. Okay, so I don't want that to be too distracting. Sorry. So what is really cool is if you guys do $5 super chat or more, it'll pop up on the screen. But if you do a $10 super chat or more, if you do a $10 super chat or more, our robot Jarvis voice should activate, which I think would be really interesting. So we're gonna get into Q&A here. I'm just trying to figure out how to work this new setup. But yeah, it's Q&A time. Super chats support the channel, and all that. So I'll start looking in the chat, cause yeah, okay, that's better. Sorry, it's just tough without Chet. You know, he's an ugly motherfucker, but he still helps us out. Definitely helps us out. So let's run some Q&A, folks, and then we're getting on out of here. Nightbot, give me my look. Can we have a pirate ship theater for risky business? That would be very funny. That would be really cool. Deadweight says, I just disagree with the order of the list, but I like all those arcs a lot. Yeah. I look, they picked some good stuff in there. Overall, Clone Wars was awesome. Clone Wars was really, really cool. So, yeah. They did pick out some great stuff within there. I can't deny it. I can't deny it. And I am really excited to see what they do in Season 7. And, you know, we've got weekly episodes, so they'll be dropping on Fridays. That will be really fun. That'll be really fun. The rigid rules of the dogmatic Jedi. Let's see here. Ahsoka, Queen of Rule 34. Uh-oh. If you don't know what Rule 34 is, Google it. I'm not saying it. I'm not going to say that. But you can check it out if you'd like. I like how Asajj good before she died. Like, went good. Is that what you mean? Yeah, they did leave out all the Mandalorian stuff. which is interesting. I know that list is from last year, so maybe it's a thing where they were like, well, they just didn't know how dope Mandalorian was going to be. And Mandalorian hadn't rocked the entire Star Wars world. You know what I mean? I think this final season will tie Clone Wars and Rebels together nicely. Yeah, I hope so. I mean, it will. It will. I mean, look, we already know some of what's going to be happening in the series, and it is going to be really cool. See you later, Dead White. Alex, the Den of Nerds says, Den of Nerds has the best fans. We love you all. But Alex, you did $9.99. You didn't do... I love you, Alex. Thank you for the support. But you didn't do $10 to activate the cool voice thing that we put in. We have a Jarvis-like robot. Oh, yeah, music's super loud. Thank you. Chet, oh, man, I shouldn't send Chet home anymore. I shouldn't send Chet home anymore. We're gonna I don't know if we can do that. But either way, Alex, I do appreciate it, brother. Thank you so much for that little chat skis. I just want to hear the robot, John says. Oh, I'm going to be pissed if this robot's not working now. Are you serious? Now I feel like I've ripped John off. Where's the robot? How is this possible? I swear to God, I gotta see it. I gotta see what's going on here. This is. We spent so much time yesterday working on this, and all throughout the night, people were subscribing, and the things were happening. How is this not working? Let's see here. Did that work?
This is a test super chat alert for $22.
So the tests work. But they're not going to actually work for me? You're killing me. You're killing me. You know, Streamlabs was like, you spend all this time trying to figure this shit out. And why would it work? You know what I mean? Why would it work? Is this going to work now? Let's see. I just tried to adjust it. Oh my goodness. Now I feel terrible because everybody's throwing money to try to get the machine to work. Rip off. Oh my God. I'm telling you guys, this rage meter, this fucking rage meter is going to happen. This rage meter is going to happen. Oh my God. I can't believe it. How is this not working? Wow. This is 2 million. 2 million. Like, I honestly don't understand. Oh, we're gonna get a rage meter. Beep, 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 beep. When shit like this happens, rage meter is elevated. John, I apologize, bro. I apologize. Look, you got to hear the robot from the test, but that is definitely not how this shit is supposed to work.
This is a test super chat alert for $75.
How does that not work? Anyways, let's read some of these super chats here. Jeez. Okay, random question. Are you going to Star Wars Celebration this year? Did this to test the voice out. God damn it! You gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. People are testing this out. This is supposed to be working. We're supposed to be running a goddamn show. Jesus Christ. Okay, Ryan. Yes, I do plan on going to Star Wars Celebration, though I haven't made concrete plans for it. I was not going to do it. But now with some of the stuff that I'm hearing, oh my goodness. James is chatting. Everybody's throwing so much money at the super chat. I love you guys. Thank you so much for the support. But every super chat that comes in now that isn't activating the robot voice is raising my rage meter. I'm going to lose my goddamn mind. I'm going to freak the fuck out. I swear to God, you guys are going to see some equipment break. I swear to God. And Chet's lucky that he's not here. I don't condone abuse. I don't condone taking out your anger on other human beings. But if Chet was here right now, I swear to God, this motherfucker would be getting some blows. I might have to text him. and tell him to come back to the studio. Okay, I'm sorry. Let's go back to Ryan's question. Random question. Are you going to Star Wars Celebration? I wasn't planning on going to Star Wars Celebration, but with some of the things that I'm hearing about now, I want to go. I've said this before, but let me repeat it. If I will not be able to live with myself if I miss the Star Wars Celebration in which Kevin Feige comes out on stage and makes some sort of an announcement, okay? Now, I don't know if that's a for sure thing that's happening or not, but I will never be able to forgive myself if that happens and I wasn't there. So I do plan on going and checking that out. Okay, James Heaton with the $50 super chat. Holy shit. Thank you for the support, brother. I am not worthy. Josh, the beginning of today's stream was hype AF. I'm wondering what you think about this. It's called Falcon and the Winter Soldier, not Bucky. If Shuri, Ricardo, love you, brother, but if Shuri allegedly cured him, what do you think the title of the show means? Zeno got something planned. Okay. So, let me try to calm down and answer this question. Okay. Shuri did cure him. There just came... By the way, I'm doing a full breakdown, a big breakdown of some new information for the shows coming out later today on the main channel. Okay? So, I'll speak on this a little bit here because, James, of course, that is a ridiculous super chat. Thank you so much for the support. Apparently what's going to happen is she did cure him, but there's like some deep-rooted other word or something that's still there. So there's going to be like a thing, but it's not going to be to take control of him. It's going to be to like to sort of shut him down. And that might happen in a clutch place. I do believe he's going to be called... He's trying to call himself White Wolf and all that, but I think at the end of the day, he is still... He is still Winter Soldier, and I think that it's maybe the reason it's called Falcon and the Winter Soldier, because if you think about this, if they both come out of the series being called Captain America and White Wolf, maybe the show is really about them shedding that other stuff. Do you know what I mean? Shedding that other stuff. So, again, James, thank you so much for the super chat. I do appreciate the support. Ricardo Cardon says, rip off, LOL. Yeah, man. Rage meter. I swear to God, we're doing that. We're doing a rage meter on the show. We got to figure that out. But no, I appreciate Ricardo. Thank you so much for the support. You guys are ridiculous with your support. I do appreciate it. Thank you so much. Renee, I'm just giving this amount because I wouldn't get the voice if I gave more. Oh, no! That is, honestly, here's the thing. Let me just tell you a little bit behind. This is what content creation is like. This is what content creation is like. It's like spend hours the night before working on things, fixing things, getting things working, spending hours on it, thinking you're all good. And then you hit the stream, and it's like the internet gods think you hit the let's fucking blow this shit up button. You're like, oh, no, I can't wait. I was texting the EPs. I was like, oh, man, I'm so happy. I spent so much time tonight working on it. Me and Chet, we got to the bottom of this. We're running at 60 frames a second. You know what I mean? I can flap my gums at 60 frames a second, doing all this stuff to figure it out. And then I hit the button to start the stream, and it was as though I hit the let's fuck everything up button. That's what it's like. That's what content creation is like. Oh, and by the way, did a video yesterday that we thought was going to be great and kill, and it gets hit with some weird-ass YouTube shit, and it's literally, I did this video trying to clarify things for people that watch this other video, and nobody's going to end up seeing the video that clarifies it because YouTube was like, I think I'm going to be fucking terrible to you today, Josh. You having a good day? You think this video is going to be very successful? How about I just fuck that up? How about I just shit all over your face? What if, instead, we chained you up and we had a rhinoceros back its ass up and shit all over your face. That's what it's like working with YouTube. That's what it's like trying to create content and be a content creator. I'm trying to be cool here, but that's what it's like. Wu-Tang Wells says, with the $1.99 super chat, just want to get you over the $100 threshold. Well, I do appreciate it. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much for the support today. We might have to increase the budget on the show even more than $2 million, because apparently money cannot buy a good stream. Just real quick, I'm trying to adjust our graphic to a better position here. Yeah, thank you guys so much for the support. I can't believe we just got $100 in super chats on maybe the worst stream we've ever done. You people are absolutely ridiculous, but I love you so much. Okay, I'm gonna call it there. Guys. Thank you. Big videos coming out later today on the main channel. We'll be back tomorrow at 10 a.m. Same bat time, same bat channel, and hopefully we will have fixed all of the errors. And I don't want to. I want Chet. I want Chet to come back, and maybe I won't make him leave tomorrow. So again, thank you guys so much for the support. You guys are awesome. As I always say, I hope you're having an awesome and a nerdy day, and we will see you in the next video. Roll the outro video. Ah, fuck. Chet's not here.